Hello, people of YouTube. Today, I'm going to rant about something I've ranted about many times to my parents, like my mum and my dad. And every time I remember it, it just annoys me. This isn't cum, by the way. This is toothpaste. I just didn't wipe it off properly. Anyway, today I'm going to be ranting about lesbian vampires. All right, now I really like gothic literature, okay, but I'm a lazy fucker, so I never read anything. But one time, I decided to read the book Carmilla, which is the first ever vampire novel ever written down before it was just like folklore and stories told to each other. But this was the first book that was ever written, and it was a lesbian vampire book. Now, they say that the reason that there was lesbian vampire books is to compare lesbians, because this was the 1800s, which were like, ugh, scary lesbians, that's against nature, with vampires, which are, ooh, scary and against nature. So it's a bit like, hey, if we put these two things together as one, maybe people will be too scared to be lesbian, and then we can be Christian and force people into heterosexuality. But I have a conspiracy, okay? I think that the reason that lesbian vampires existed, for some authors, not all of them, is so they could just write lesbian romance and get away with it. Because then they could be like, oh, here's all this lesbian romance, here's all this lesbian romance. Don't worry, I don't like lesbian romance. It's vampires. She's evil, okay? She was evil the whole time. It wasn't a lovely romantic story. Like, I'm gonna read you a passage from Carmilla, which can be read as romantic and lovely, or a scary vampire taking advantage of someone. But I'm definitely reading it as romance because that's what it is. Here it is. Sometimes, after an hour of apathy, my strange and beautiful companion would take my hand and hold it with a fond pressure, renewed again and again, blushing softly, gazing in my face with languid and burning eyes, and breathing so fast that her dress rose and fell with tumultuous respiration. It was like the ardour of a lover. It embarrassed me. It was hateful and yet overpowering, and with gloating eyes she drew me to her, and her hot lips travelled along my cheek in kisses, and she would whisper, almost in sobs, "You are mine, you shall be mine, and you and I are one forever." You and I are one forever, you are mine. That could be like, oh, I'm fucking taking you, I'm an evil vampire, but it's also just something that lovers say to each other. It's like, I love you forever. I love you to the moon and back. I love you forever and ever. I love you until the end of time. It's the same thing. Like, here's another quote from it, just a short one. I have been in love with no one, and never shall, she whispered, unless it should be with you. You're telling me that I'm meant to sit here and believe that that was written because a guy hated lesbians? No. Sheridan LaFau? Is it LaFau? Oh, LaFano. Sheridan LaFano, who wrote it, you can tell he didn't hate lesbians. He wanted lesbian romance. You can fucking see it. You can hear it. You can read it. It pisses me off so bad. Also, little side tangent. Meg Tilly is an incredibly attractive woman. Look at her. She's married to Colin Firth, who is also quite an attractive man, honestly. That would be like a dream threesome, except for the lady from Scott Pilgrim and Ewan McGregor. Anyway, Meg Tilly was in an adaptation of Carmilla, which was in beautiful 4:3, and I bought a CRT TV and I was waiting to watch it on it, and then my CRT TV arrives, doesn't fucking work, and I had to return it, and I only remembered about the show today, and I don't want to watch it yet. I want to watch it on a CRT. I want to watch it on an old fucking box TV because it would be a way better experience. Sorry, this is something that pisses me off quite a lot. Both of these things. I like lesbians. I think they're nice. If you can't tell from the way I dress, I also really like vampires. I need to read more gothic literature, to be honest. I'm just so lazy. I started reading Wuthering Heights, but it was just fucking boring because I didn't get to the meat of it. Whatever, I think that's all I had to say. Let me just sit and think a second. Nope, that's all I could think of. Even though I'm not a goth, I love goth stuff. so much. And if I had to pick a subculture out of any, it would definitely be goth, which is annoying because a lot of people think I'm emo because nobody knows the differences between subcultures. When I know like a lot more about, goth than anything else. And it's funny because my brother's more emo than me. Imagine like a really masculine gym rat who, you know, is quite discriminatory. That's my brother. And he's more emo than me because he listens to Screamo, which is an offshoot of emo. And like, so's my mum because she likes Green Day and shit, and I fucking hate Green Day. So, yeah, weird. But that's all I had to say. I love you all. I love ranting. I'm happy I finally got this into a video.